Hello, hello, and welcome back to another episode of Yondercraft. In this episode, I actually was able to catch and keep 2 villagers and keep them safe and stuff. That's not my key for that. So today we're going to be building a little bit of a villager breeder. It's going to have a different design than the last one that I built and proceeded to rage destroy. But that's perfect, that's okay, because we need it to. I am going to need a space for the baby villagers to be kept that is sufficiently low from where the adults will be kept, so that when the babies grow up, they don't try to, claim the beds that I kind of need for the adults to make more children. This is going to look very messy, and I'm probably going to have to stick a rather large vehicle underneath to make it look anywhere close to possible to have built up that much. However, I do think it'll be a lot easier than the designs that I previously used, due to its nature of not being difficult to get the villagers in and out. We use peat for the rest of it because I have a lot more peat than I do other materials. So the trick to this one is we're going to get the babies to think they can access beds that they won't actually be able to reach. Babies do actually, I believe, possess the ability to jump, and I don't know if they start doing that before or after they get on the bed. So just to be safe, I'm going to give myself a bit of extra room there. I don't have a specific vehicle in mind for what we're going to put in this area under here to be supporting the villagers. However, I do have some ideas in mind because some construction vehicles can get quite large. There we go, alright. I have to grab some beds and get working on getting some beds up there, and then we get the villagers up there. And the neat thing about this is because these villagers don't already have claimed beds, it should be as simple as letting them free and having them pathfind to the beds. The next thing we need is a rather significant amount of trapdoors to trick the villagers into thinking that they can get to beds. That's actually a really very important part. Villagers view these trapdoors as full blocks. They are very clearly not, because I just fell through, and I'm 1.5 blocks wide. What this means is that the villagers will have no chance of getting through. And the next step is to make it pathable only to baby villagers. We don't want the adults getting any funky ideas, because we don't want the adults down there. We only want children. Now I think that'll be good. I actually believe I'm out of wool, so I'm going to have to go get more. I'll go pick up some wool real quick and we'll resume building once I've got it. Alright, I got the beds. I also took care of filling that with water, making sure that I can get boats in there. I have to replace this with glass. I don't think I have enough glass for... oh, I have panes. I would like to use blocks, but panes will do. So this is going to be so we can use boats to get the villagers, because I really don't feel like making a massive funnel just to get them into minecarts. That's easy enough with boats. You boat them into a small area, you run a minecart through them, and they're in. So the fun thing about this is I can take these workbenches, these workstations, figure out where I put my other lectern. There it is. Go open the villager eggs. Yeah, you like seeing the sun, don't you? Turn on hitboxes. Place that there. Hit the wrong key several times in a row. And set him free, and he'll walk towards it. You can do it. There you go. There you go! It's your workstation, little man! Go on, little buddy. Get your workstation. It's just up there. Perfect. Okay. now that I have 2 villagers in here, oh, congrats, Egg. I can turn off hitboxes, and we can raise this up one. You guys are never gonna see the sun again in your lives. Then I make sure that this isn't going to spawn anything, because that would be bad. I'm sure this concept is far from original, but I did not use any tutorials of any sort to add it to my world, to the Yondercraft world. Now that that's done, I'm going to feed them, and we're going to see if we can get some children. And then we're going to focus on decorating this. Great news, the breeder is working. It is, once again, quite late as I am recording this. So in between cuts, I figured out what I'm going to use to sort of hold that back end up. It's just a large shipping crate that is missing a corner that I didn't think to. I know I have blue concrete. Bring with me. There it is. So now the next part of this, there we go, is to build a sort of build-up of trash surrounding the area. So we're going to start with the usual, and then move on to more exotic blocks. I don't know why that, well, I know why that took me so long to think of. I'm really not good at placing this early in the morning. I don't want it to be like all just this kind of stuff at the bottom. So once I get a little bit more over here, this will probably be like the last of the mud that we do for now. Last of the mud and soul sand. Just because I don't want to have a bunch of repetitive stuff. Just because I don't typically build garbage on purpose doesn't mean I'm incapable of it. Alright, I think this is looking nice. Really all this is doing is sort of holding up the trash, or the crate, because it would look a little weird if the crate just had no support whatsoever. And then I am gonna try and like make this a little less just straight up and down. This is going to have an entrance, and the entrance will be comprised mainly of trash. I do need to keep a way to get up there because that's how I feed them. But this can be made into a better staircase at a later date. I can change out the walls, definitely. I sure don't have more soapstone. I'll grab some netherrack and some rocky. Just actually no, we'll grab some diorite to replace the 2 that we're out of. It's always interesting to include a little bit of bird poop in your build. This is going to be the place where I go in and retrieve them when I need a new villager. Over to diorite again. Just because it looks kind of nasty when you use it in the right contexts. More cobblestone. We'll put some of the peat away. And I think this time we'll actually grab the lignite. I would smelt it because lignite blocks also look disgusting, but I don't know how. Believe it or not, when you don't play modded for many, many years, you tend to sort of forget. And also, I've never played Biomes You'll Go before. Survival vanilla player, I guess. So the only sort of restriction I have here is I have to be able to access this area. Because I need to be able to get in here to put villagers in boats and minecarts. I only have 1 piece of diorite left, so I will just go ahead and... Alright, lignite time. Not a lot of this, but I do feel like it's an interestingly textured block. Meaning that I do want to use it. There we go, that's my way up. Alright. Now it's detail time. Okay, so I have this wood that I can make slabs out of, and I have all of this stuff that I can make appliances out of. This should do nicely. And then we can also sprinkle a few logs in around here and there. go. Alright, now it just needs some light, and I need a little more cake. Actually, this needs some appliances. I can't believe I almost forgot that. You might be wondering why they're all upright, and that's because the doors are upright. And unfortunately, I am bound by the laws of Minecraft, loath as I am to admit it. Let's go for Bulbous, Green Enchanted, and Ether next. After this, we'll get the washing machines going. Fridges are all sort of gonna go with the bottoms, just because I don't really know where else to put them. Is fridging my issues instead of dealing with them when I don't know what to build irresponsible? Probably. Do I care? No. Put one in here, why not? It's just amusing enough for me to do it. Alright, one more green fridge. I am not, however, nearly as restricted in where I can put these things. Which means we can get some in pretty awkward positions. There we go. And then we'll go for Lament. Lament will be one where I have to watch where I'm putting it, because I need these to sort of stand out. I don't want anything to be particularly hidden, except perhaps by its placement. So that does mean more washing machines and ovens and the like up here. Yep, right there, on top of the storage container. Washing machine, why not? I'll probably build another broken down vehicle off camera, just because those are something that I freehand. I have a few basic designs in a test world, but for the most part I do just freehand my vehicles. Personal preference. If you don't, that's great, honestly. It's probably a little bit better build practice. Yum yum cake. Now for a little bit of greenery. Alright, plants acquired. Let's get this place going. There aren't actually a lot of spaces I can plant stuff on this one in particular. So it's mostly going to be around the edges. And up top. There'll be a bunch up top, because I can also put... My villagers are you kidding me? My villagers are gone. Alright, well, I have my way out. I am seriously considering giving up on villager breeding, because this is an enclosed room that is non-spawnable, so I don't see how they should have been able to get out. And villagers escaping or dying in containment of my breeders is starting to make me angry. You know, just grinds my gears. So hopefully it'll be no longer happening. Just a little bit of flour. I think that's good for greenery, and I'll look into adding that vehicle later. So now we take another bite of cake. And we take a look at the breeder. Yeah, that looks pretty nice, doesn't it? Not quite on the level of this, just because it's a lot taller, so I didn't have as much space to add stuff like the greenery, but that's okay. Alright. This might be a bit of a short episode, but it's taken me a little bit of time to record, unfortunately. What that does mean is, thank y'all for watching. If you're part of the morning crew, hope you have a great day. If you're part of the evening crew, hope your day has been great. And if you're part of the afternoon crew, well, I hope your day is going alright. I've been Ruby Robotic, and I'll catch y'all in another episode of Yondercraft.